wondering what George would say about all this.
He is being kind of tight-lipped about everything, isn't he?
I think he would be pleased.
I think he would be envious. I mean, he may be the father of our country, but he and Martha didn't fare too well in the offspring department. I think we'll do better.
Not even a question in my mind.
To our baby.
But it's time for you and me to come back home, darling. Celebrate the miracle of love, a special place that lives inside our hearts. Share it with the one you're thinking of. The greatest gift, the miracle of love. When the nights are cold and long, there's a world where we belong. With your arms around the one who shares your dreams. It's a time when we believe what you give you will receive. It takes two to make the magic come alive.
Lionel, it's Alice. I'm at the police station. They arrested my father. Could you please come right away? Thank you.
Alice.
Daddy!
Let's go out. Don't worry, baby. I didn't do anything wrong.
Wait a second, what are you doing?
Well, the detective,
The detective can wait. You need to take it easy until you feel better.
I'm fine.
Eden, the guy knocked you out. Now, don't try to pretend it didn't happen.
I'm not. No, I think what scared me the most was the fact that he grabbed me from behind. I mean, I knew he had a gun, and when he asked for the money, he tightened his grip. And he was very strong. He could have broken my neck if he wanted to.
We're gonna find the guy who did this. That's a promise.
Oh, I'm feeling all right. You don't have to stay.
I want to.
Thanks for wanting to help. I really am all right.
I just talked to the station house. The alleged perpetrator has been arrested.
Who is it?
The man you described to us, Gus Jackson. Look, if you're feeling all right, we'd like you to come down to the station now. Give us your statement.
All right?
I'll drive.
Okay.
No, stay there. I'll drive you to the station. You're not gonna go through this one.
Alice. What happened?
Hey, we took him away. Honey, were you with him? Yes. I went to see him after he got through at work. And I knew that job wasn't easy for him. And suddenly the police, they were there.
Why?
They started asking him all kinds of questions, and then they said he was under arrest.
Honey, what for?
They said he robbed the Orient Express restaurant. Now, my daddy is not a robber.
Of course he is.
You know, we all saw him working there. He was working so hard, and he was hoping that they'd hire him permanently. He would never steal from anybody.
It's got to be a mistake.
Of course it's a mistake. He's innocent.
Well, if he's innocent, then there's not anything they can do.
You know, he was innocent before. And he was trying to protect me, and they put him in prison for it. Well, I'm not going to let it happen again. I can't lose him again. I just can't.
Of course you can. Alice, listen. We're going to get him the best lawyer possible.
You know what I was just thinking about? Do you remember the first time that you ever had champagne?
Oh, yeah. I was 7 years old. My father was having some sort of dinner party, and I managed to sneak a glass from the kitchen. After gulping it down, I decided it was appalling.
No. I mean a champagne story where it meant something to you.
Oh, sentimental Julia Wainwright emerges.
You don't have to answer it.
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, I do remember that momentous occasion.
You're making fun of me. Get up.
No, not at all. Not at all. I was 18 years old, and I had fallen madly in love with a girl I had known for 3 days. She was visiting from Bar Harbor. On the 4th day of our whirlwind courtship, I took her out to Anacapa Island. I managed to procure a bottle of my father's best champagne. It was one of those glorious Santa Barbara days, and we spent the entire day drinking champagne and eating strawberries and talking about everything and saying absolutely nothing. By the end of the day, we knew that we had found true love.
So what happened?
She had to go back to Bar Harbor the next day. I couldn't stand the separation, so overcome by my feelings, I went to Bar Harbor. I called her up and could hear the excitement in her voice as we planned our secret meeting place. It had to be secret because it wouldn't have gone down well with her parents.
So go ahead.
Well, we chose our meeting place, and when the time arrived, it was pouring down rain. Temperature must have been just a little bit above freezing. She arrived 30 minutes late, soaked to the skin, and sneezing. We looked at each other and knew that we had made a terrible mistake. It didn't take us long to realize that we had absolutely nothing in common, not even sex. Wrong time, wrong place, wrong girl.
Isn't that very sad?
Oh, not really. At least we didn't wind up bound together in an awful relationship. And from that moment on, I had an even more cautious view of the world and the women in it.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
No, I don't either. Well, you've heard my champagne story. Let's hear yours.
Well, I don't have one.
Oh, come on.
No, I really don't. I mean, I remember as a kid watching the romantic movies. I don't know, I was always too serious. I thought I could never see silly romance as being important, so no, I don't have any champagne stories.
You do now.
Well, maybe I do.
Listen, I don't have any strawberries, but there's still the late supper I had planned. You hungry?
I'm starving. Should I dress for dinner?
I think you look fine. Won't take a minute. Mason Capwell. Yeah? Yeah, well, can it wait until tomorrow? Right. Now I understand. Yeah. You're, not going to believe this, but I have to get right down to the police station. I'm sorry.
Hey, that happens.
You don't have to worry about this.
I'm not worried. I need just a little.
I mean, all you have to do is just tell him exactly what happened as simply and as clearly as you remember it.
Yeah, I know.
there's really nothing to be upset about.
Finding it really hard to face the fact that I might be sending the man back to prison.
Well, are you positive it was Gus?
No. I think it was.
When you said he grabbed you from behind, he had a ski mask on. I mean, did you actually see him?
Cruz, am I on the witness stand already?
Well, I mean, if you didn't actually see it was Gus, I don't see how you could be so certain that it was
Because he
him.
was big like Gus, he was black. And when he was talking to me, it sounded like Gus. And Gus was standing right there when I took the money out of the register and I put it in the money bag. He knew I had cash.
Well, you gave him the job for the day. I mean, he probably was helping you because he wanted the job.
Of course he wanted the job, but I didn't have one to give him. And when I told him that, he got very angry with me.
So he came back and held you up.
Well, that could have been it. He was angry and he obviously needed the money.
It makes sense on the surface, but I don't think he did it.
Why?
Because I talked to the man. He's not an idiot, you know? I mean, if he's going to rip somebody off, why would he choose you? The same night that he'd worked for you and after you'd argued? I mean, he would know that he'd be the perfect suspect.
Well, maybe he didn't think about that.
Believe me, you think about those kind of things before you pick up a gun and pull a ski mask down over your face.
You know, I would appreciate it if you would direct some of your concern at me. I mean, after all, I was the one that was hit and I was knocked out.
You are my first concern. Know that. I just want to make sure Gus gets treated fairly. I just didn't make a mistake.
Because I think that you should trust me.
Well, fine, but I just hope you realize this isn't you and me we're talking about. This is a man's freedom.
Dad, are you all right?
Yeah. I just wake you up.
Oh, no. I reached for you and you weren't there.
Are you all right? I'm just a little hungry here. I get some to eat.
Well, there's food and champagne upstairs.
I know. I'm so sorry I fell asleep on you like that. I woke up and I didn't want to make any noise, so I came on down here.
Well, I guess milk is better for you than
Well, I'm sorry for falling asleep on you like that.
All right, you woke up, I was asleep. What a team we make, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of like the definition of a romantic couple.
Make each other fall asleep?
Well, now wait a minute. What do you say we give it another shot?
Are you sure you're not too tired?
No, not at all. I feel fine. Want to?
Why not? Champagne's flat, though.
Oh, come on. We got plenty of champagne in this house. Guys, I'm more interested in food anyway. Look, we'll go raid the refrigerator. I'll go get some champagne, and we can have a picnic right here. Yeah, I'll just kind of put a little blanket down.
Okay. Okay, let's do it.
All right. Haley, how about this? I mean, we've been kind of having a rough time lately. If we start over, we pretend like we just met the first time.
Okay. I like that idea. Why are they taking so long? We should let him go. He didn't do anything.
Well, Lila was trying to contact Julie. She's a great lawyer. I'm sure she'll do whatever she can.
They should not be allowed to treat him like this.
Honey, there must have been some reason the police brought him here.
No, he didn't do anything.
Oh, all right, okay. I want to believe that too, but at the same time, I want to protect you.
What do you mean by that?
Well, honey, the police have to be very careful about how they treat people and on what basis they arrest people. You have to face the fact that it might be possible they might have some kind of evidence against your father.
What kind of evidence, huh? That he worked at the Orient Express and that afterwards he walked home? They're just picking on him because he's an ex-convict. Or maybe it's just because he's black.
Oh, honey.
Oh, come on, Caroline. You know it's true. If it had been a white man who shot a cop who was trying to rape his daughter, he'd be a big hero.
This is a totally different case.
Well, to them it isn't. They just want him back in jail. They don't care that my dad didn't do anything. They probably won't even go out and look for the real person who robbed the restaurant.
Honey, if there is someone else, the police will find him. I'm sure. I just want you to...
No! I will not lose him again.
No, it's not easy.
Look, he's innocent, Caroline. He's innocent. And I don't care if the whole wide world turns against him. I know he didn't do anything wrong.
Can I see the other officers' report?
Sure.
Thank you.
Looks as if it's a clear-cut case.
I must be missing something.
It's all here.
Well, maybe I better have it explained to me.
A parolee hardened by years of prison sees an opportunity to make off with a large amount of cash.
So he inconspicuously robs the place that he spent all day working, and where moments before this occurred, he had an argument with the owner.
That sounds stupid, I know, Julia, but thieves are. How did Gus get the bruise on his hand when he was arrested? Most likely in the scuffle with Eden and or the maitre d'. He certainly had ample opportunity to observe the financial take of the evening.
No question about that.
So, item, he knew where the money was. Item, Eden has identified Gus's voice as that of the perpetrator. Item, the maitre d' has made a statement fingering Gus. What more do you want?
I want solid evidence. Everything here, everything you said is circumstantial. Mason, you're acting like you're going to prosecute this case yourself.
I am.
Why, do you have a personal vendetta against the man who allegedly robbed your sister?
No, I happened to be in the DA's office on personal business when the call came in. As I recall, you were there as well.
Yeah, but if you hadn't been, there would have been any number of your assistant DAs that would have handled it for you.
Yeah. I'm not sure why you're taking this case so much to heart, Julia. I am the prosecutor. That's the system.
Yeah, and I've been appointed Gus's public defender by that same system. I don't want to be in a case against you.
Eden, you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Eden, I understand that you are unconscious. Are you sure that it's good for you to be here?
Oh, I'm fine. I wasn't hurt.
She tends to be hard-headed.
It tends to run in the family.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. I have some business to attend to, if you'll excuse me.
So, was the weapon found on Gus Jackson?
No.
Any of the money?
No, he must have hidden it somewhere.
I don't care about the money.
Well, maybe you don't care about it, but unless they can tie the gun or the money to Gus Jackson, they're going to be hard-pressed to find the case.
I wouldn't be too sure of that, Cruz.
Has he made a statement?
Yeah, he says he's innocent.
Well, you know, it might just be.
Yeah. Eden, I don't want you to do this if you're not ready, but we'd like you to make a voice identification test.
Voice identification, how do you do that?
Well, you try to identify the robber's voice out of several others on the tape. Now, if you can identify Gus as that of the perpetrator, then in spite of what Cruz may say, I think our case is pretty well clinched.
Should I do it?
Well, since when have I been able to tell you what to do?
So you walked up State Street beyond your apartment.
Oh, man.
Now, before you answer, Mr. Jackson, I need to remind you again that you do have the right to have your attorney present.
Attorney and no attorney, the answers are still the same. And I told you it was Cabrillo Street, it was not State Street.
And you didn't make any stop on your way home from the Orient Express?
No.
No one saw you.
I don't remember anyone.
Too bad no one saw you slam your hand into that door.
I hit the wall, not the door.
Because you were angry with Miss Capwell for refusing to give you a job.
I was not I wasn't angry at her. I was just angry.
You were desperate.
Not so desperate as to steal.
That's true. Will you submit to a voice identification test?
It might be better if we waited for your court-appointed attorney to arrive. She's in the building, should be here before long.
No, I don't need to wait for no lawyer. Last lawyer I had messed everything up so bad I ended up doing 6 hard years in prison.
Now, the DA's correct. You have every right to have your attorney present. Are you waiving that right?
Yeah. I told you I didn't do it. I'll take any damn voice test you want.
Go right away, then.
Of course, I'm not sure knowing that I'm not guilty is going to help get me off in this town, especially with a Capwell as prosecutor and a Capwell daughter as a victim. You know, I never had too much luck with you people.
I can assure you, Mr. Jackson, that my office does not railroad men into prison. That's silly.
No, just some men. You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Castillo? I mean, you're not exactly white bread yourself.
Sit down, Jackson.
You can read, can't you, Jackson?
Yeah, I can read.
Good. Here, I want you to read these lines into a mic.
I got a gun, give me the money.
Okay, that work for you?
Yeah. Okay, Paul, you're on.
I've got a gun. Give me the money.
This ought to be interesting.
Hey, wait a minute. You mean it's going to be between me and him? She's going to decide?
No. She's gonna have 5 choices.
This ought to prove I'm innocent then.
Let's go. That's what I want.
Here, Paul.
So, what did you say your name was?
Haley.
Haley. Oh, I like that. That's a nice name. Is that your first or last name?
Very funny.
Now, we gotta be careful of ants around here. Don't want them getting the mustard.
Oh, okay. And we have to be careful of the poison ivy that I saw back there. I know how susceptible you are to it.
Well, wait. You're not gonna know this.
Well, you look like you would be susceptible. I don't know. I don't know you, so you'll have to tell me about yourself.
All right? My name is Ted Capwell.
Ted, is that short for Theodore?
Yes.
And does anyone happen to call you Theodore or Theo?
No one who ever lived to tell about it.
Okay. You know, Capwell sounds pretty familiar to me. Are you related to C.C. Capwell?
Oh, yes. Matter of fact, he is my father.
I should have guessed. I've seen him in the newspapers many times. You look like you'd be his son.
I don't know how to take that.
Well, I know very not from there.
Well, you must have had a very beautiful mother. You certainly are.
Are all the Capwells flatterers like yourself?
Everybody wants to know about those Capwells. You know, sometimes, Haley, I think about just changing my last name.
Well, I would think there would be a lot of advantages to being a Capwell.
You mean C.C. Capwell's son? I mean, I've been C.C. Capwell's son ever since I can remember.
Yeah, don't you realize, though, how many people there are out there who would love to be born into your family?
You?
No. And it's a good thing I wasn't, or we wouldn't be sitting there like this.
Worlds have come together.
We are from two different worlds, aren't we?
Certainly are. And we're going to share them. We're going to, well, we're sharing this house. We're sharing our rooms. We're sharing the same bed. You know, there's no way we can't make this work, Haley.
I want it. I really do.
More than I do. Make a toast. To sharing our own world. I gotta go. Give me the money.
Is there another one?
Yeah?
I've got a gun. Give me the money.
Can I hear the last two again?
Sure.
I got a gun. Give me the money. I've got a gun. Give me the money.
Was one of those voices the man who robbed you?
Yes, the fourth one.
Of the last two we just heard, which one?
The first one.
Just identify Gus Jackson.
Are you absolutely positive that's the voice of the man who robbed you?
Yes, I'm positive.
How they treating you?
I'm fine. How's Alice?
She's upset. But we're taking care of her.
Well, go take care of her some more. This is cut and dried. I'm innocent. So you don't need to waste your time trying to get me off.
I've been appointed the defender for your case. It's my job to be here. And I don't think that I'm wasting my time. Because I believe that you're innocent. And I am looking forward to defending you.
Yeah, why do you think I'm innocent?
Number one, because the police report is circumstantial evidence. Number two, because I think you had too much at stake in parole in order to risk being put back in prison. And number three, because I think you care about Alice too much to do something this stupid.
You think you can make a judge or jury believe that?
If it goes to trial, I'm sure I can. But I don't think it'll go that far. If we work hard now, I can get this case dismissed quickly.
Maybe I was wrong about not needing an attorney.
Does that mean I have a client then?
You got one.
Julia, glad you're here. It'll save me a phone call. Gus, you're being arraigned tomorrow and officially charged with armed robbery.
Wait a minute. Tomorrow? Mason, that's ridiculous. I mean, especially knowing the evidence that you have.
We've got more now, Julia. Eden has positively identified Gus's voice out of 5 on the tape.
Oh, you had no right to force my
I didn't
client to
force
submit.
your client to do anything. In fact, I advised him to wait for counsel, and he waived that right.
So, Eden just happened to identify the voice of a man that she spent the entire day working with, and that she had spoken to him right before this alleged robbery. I don't suppose that she was influenced at all by her brother, the DA.
I resent that implication, Julia.
And I resent your lowball tactics. I can guarantee you that this voice identification will not stand up in court.
We'll see about that.
Mason, how do you propose to display any objectivity at all your sister's position?
By playing by the book, which is exactly what I'll expect you to do.
Well, that's the case. I look forward to seeing you in court.
Maybe you're the one who needs to check on her objectivity.
Don't worry, Mason. I always play by the book. And if you do the same, I will guarantee you that I will have this man acquitted.
They may not even let you see him. Why don't you come home with us? We'll make certain that they call us as soon as there is any news.
Helen's right.
No, I'm not. I'm staying here until I know what's happening. They have no right to treat him like this. Oh, Mr. Capwell, where is my father?
He's in the interrogation room with his attorney.
And when are you ready to go?
Can you tell us anything at all, miss?
Yeah, but I'm afraid the news isn't good, Lionel. Eden has positively identified Gus as the man who robbed and assaulted him.
He didn't! Eden is wrong! No! Eden's made a mistake! He didn't!
I'm only saying it's not easy to positively identify a voice when someone is speaking through a disguise and standing behind you.
I don't know why you think I would be mistaken about something like this.
Well, Eden,
Eden, you're wrong. You have to take back what you said about my father. You have to take it back.
Alice, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, but I can't.
No. You have to make her understand she's wrong. My father's a good man. He would never steal from anybody. You have to make her see that.
And you know, Mason is going to throw the book at Gus, and it is going to go to court. Are you ready to swear under oath that he's the man?
You say no, Eden. It's my father's life.
I know what's going on here, Alice, and I hate to be the one to bring you this kind of pain. But I can't just take it away. I can't do that.
Look, my father has already spent 6 years of his life in jail, and he shouldn't have been there. He was trying to protect me. Now, if he has to go back to jail now, it's going to kill him.
Alice.
Oh, please. Eden, you love your father, don't you? Well, I just found my father again. Please, don't take him away from me.
Excuse me. Alice, I've gotten permission for you to see your father before he's taken into lockup for the evening. We don't have a lot of time. I don't want to be the one responsible for sending Alice's father back to jail.
I guess we all have to do things we don't want to do, huh? Well, it's been a rough night. I'll take you home.
Where's my father?
They're bringing him up from the cell block. I've arranged for you to have a few minutes alone with him.
You think he's innocent, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. I know he is. Please don't let them take him away from me again.
Alice, I am going to do everything in my power to see that that doesn't happen. I'm going to go wait outside so you can have some time alone with your dad.
Thank you.
Five minutes, Jack. 5 minutes.
Daddy!
It's all right, babe. It's all right. Everything's going to be all right.
Yeah. Picnics are a good idea, huh?
Especially midnight picnics.
You right? You. Huh?
The champagne went to my head. Oh, boy.
Well, I think the girl who drank too much champagne went to my head. What's wrong?
I don't know. I don't know if I can make this work. We're just play acting.
Hey, we don't have to work at anything. Things just happen naturally around here.
No, but we didn't just meet. I'm married to you. I'm Haley Capwell. And I don't even know if I can make a home with your family here. I have too much to learn.
We both have a lot to learn. Now, I was thinking about that tonight, actually.
What?
Yeah. I was looking at the spring catalog for the university downstairs. Thinking maybe you and I, we could take some classes. Kind of learn together.
You would like to do that?
Yeah, you want to? I mean, that would be so much fun. Just totally study together and just learn.
We could do homework together.
Yeah. Let me see. We practice a little homework right now.
I wish I could do what Alice wants me to do. I really wish I could. But I can't. I cannot deny what I know about Guy.
I understand.
Do you?
Yeah. You're just being true to yourself, and Alice is trying to be true to her father. Just a shame that those truths don't overlap.
I cannot go against what I believe.
I'm not asking you to.
You know, it's sad to think that people never change.
Is it?
Don't you think so? I mean, look at Gus. After everything that's happened in his life, everything he's learned, he's still repeating the same mistakes.
I didn't realize we were still talking about Gus.
Cruz, we're on the way to the beach house.
I'm sorry, this force of habit.
Well, sometimes it's hard to break old habits.
You're not a habit, Eden. You're an addiction.
I don't even know why you came back here.
I'm concerned about you, sweetheart.
If you are at all concerned about me, you wouldn't be against my father.
I'm not against your father. I'm really not.
Oh, yeah, well, you made it perfectly clear all night long that you think he's guilty.
Oh, that is blatantly untrue. I never said I thought he was guilty.
I know what you meant. That the police wouldn't bring someone in unless they had lots of evidence against him, and that I should be prepared for him to go to prison.
I just don't want to see you hurt again.
You're the one who's hurting me now.
I know I don't mean to.
Well, if you don't mean to, then believe in my dad.
But I know how strongly you believe in your father's innocence, but I want you to be realistic so you won't be shattered if it turns out that he's convicted.
He won't be. He won't be. He didn't do it. He would never steal from anybody. And if you don't know that, then I don't ever want to see you again.
Lionel, what have I done now? She hates me.
She doesn't hate you. She's just upset. And I don't blame her for this.
Well, you heard what she said.
Caroline, I also heard what you said.
What?
Oh, come on. You know what that girl has been through. She lost her father and just pinned all her hopes on getting him back, and now the possibility exists that she's lost him again.
Well, I tried to be sensitive to all of that and look out for her feelings.
This is not a time to equivocate, Carol.
Okay, do I just blindly go along with her conviction that he is innocent in spite of everything the police have against him? Do I just watch as my daughter is torn apart if he's convicted?
When and if the time comes, we'll have to deal with that. Until then, there are no gray areas for Alice. She has enemies and she has friends.
Well, I seem to be finding myself in an enemy area. I'm going home.
Caroline, come
Now,
on.
I've had enough of this tonight.
Look, you are being irrational where Gus is concerned.
I am being irrational. You were there. You heard what the police have on them, and yet you want to encourage her to believe that everything's going to be all right.
You're just too quick to judge him tonight.
No, I refuse to judge whether he's guilty or innocent. I am trying to look at it reasonably without my emotions.
Yeah, I wonder about it. Okay, you are the one that got him out on parole, but you also don't seem that unhappy about the possibility of his going back to prison.
Oh, that is not true.
Caroline, maybe you should just take some time to decide what is true. And especially where your feelings towards Gus is concerned. In the meantime, I guess you should just stay away from Alice.
You want me to stay away from my daughter? You saw the state she is in.
I know, that's exactly why I said it. At least until she's calmed down.
I see. And does your request for me to stay away from my daughter, does that go for you too?
Caroline, it's
No,
late.
Lionel, I think I deserve an answer. Do you want me to stay away from you too?
I hope you realize you're fighting a losing battle.
The battle hasn't even started yet. And I have no intention of losing.
I could prosecute this case blindfolded.
I wouldn't stoop to comment on that. Cruz has agreed to do an unofficial investigation. Because I don't trust the police version of what happened.
I don't think you trust me, and I'm not quite sure why. A few hours ago, in this very office, we were so close. What happened?
Mason, you know better than to confuse business with other aspects of our life.
I know why you took Gus Jackson's case.
You do?
You're the attorney of record, Gus's parole. It wouldn't look good for you to have gone to bat for a man who was so obviously exactly where he belonged.
I took this case because I'm the public defender. I also took this case because I believe in Gus's innocence. And I have every intention of seeing that he's acquitted.
Well, I'm afraid your good intentions are going to go for naught, because as prosecutor, I intend to put Gus Jackson back behind bars where he should have stayed. I'm sorry, Julie. I've got to do my duty regardless of our personal relationship.
Well, good night.
Yeah. I hope you're going straight to bed.
Well, actually, I thought I'd take a quick swim and play a couple of quick sets of tennis.
I'm serious.
1:30 in the morning, of course, I'm going to bed.
You had a real shot today. You shouldn't take it lightly.
I'm not taking it lightly. It's been a bad day all the way around.
Well, you know, maybe after you have a good night's sleep, tomorrow will be better. You might have a better grasp on exactly what happened.
I know exactly what happened.
I know. I just hope you keep an open mind about it.
Why wouldn't I?
Well, I told you why I believe Gus Jackson is innocent.
Yes, because you thought it would be crazy for him to work around me all night and then rob the place. But did it ever occur to you that maybe that's exactly why he did it? Because everyone would say he couldn't be that stupid?
No, that didn't occur to me, and it still doesn't. I think the guy's innocent, and that's what I'm going to investigate and help Julia with his defense.
Well, you must feel strongly about this case to go to work on it.
I know how easy it is for somebody to suffer because somebody else has a lot of prejudice.
We all do. You know that. Listen, I appreciate you bringing me home.
I was nothing. Nothing at all.